So we will start the video with a special message about learning astrology because it will start from 14th of March. So it's almost a month left. So I would suggest everyone to join immediately if you want to, because we are going to be closing this very soon. Now, today we are going to discuss about the 8th February to 14th February 2026 weekly horoscope, how it is going to be for all the 12 signs. Let's dive into it and start from Aries. There are three transits this week, and the biggest transit is transit of Sun because an eclipse energy is supposed to be starting. So let's see here. So Moon will enter into the sign of Scorpio. That means it will begin, this week will begin with Moon becoming debilitated, and especially in the, if you see in the eighth house here, which is the house of sudden ups and downs. So we can expect a little bit of challenges when it comes to anything that has to do with health, anything that has to do with your court cases, or anything if that is currently going on, any court cases, anything that has to do with more of, we can say, inheritance kind of fighting, or something that is supposed to be coming from shared resources, that means from your partners. We will have a little bit of episode there. And when we talk about Moon entering into Scorpio, it becomes debilitated, but on the other hand it puts an exalted aspect on the second house, which is great for money. So sometimes if money is stuck somewhere, especially in a partnership, especially coming something that has to do with some investments that are supposed to mature, you will see some maturity happening this week, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be very useful for you. Moving on, you will see that Moon will enter into Sagittarius. That is the ninth house. Here it gets a direct aspect of what you say, Jupiter, which is very great. Here it makes a Gaj Kesari Yoga, but on top of that, it is also receiving an aspect of Saturn, which is the 10th aspect. So overall, Moon is into 50-50 kind of situation where it is good and bad both. But positively, very great time for traveling. If you're thinking of traveling somewhere, if you're thinking of getting into more of literature, more of writing, more of studying, apply for new study areas, then this is a absolutely great period for you. With Moon in the ninth house, it also gives you blessings from your ancestors, and the merits, the proper merits of this life is also seen with Moon in the ninth house. So all the very best. Sometimes when fourth house lord goes to the ninth house, there is possibility that there is some conversation or something, that discussion that we do quite frankly or openly with our gurus, our teachers, our parents as well. So that is also like especially father. So if that is the case, then this is a very, very awesome week for you. Moving forward, Sun will transit into the sign of Aquarius, and very soon, that means on 17th of February, we will enter into the solar eclipse. So a solar eclipse is happening. So you should avoid any kind of major big decisions related to social gathering, social circle, anything to do when it comes to more of decisions or signatures related to partnership between 15th and between 20th. Yeah, 5 days just avoid because of the solar eclipse. It's an annual solar eclipse. It happens every time. Not a very big deal, but Shivratri, Mahashivratri is also around that corner. So, the energy, the surge of energy will be very high. Those who want to do any spiritual sadhana, like even tantric sadhana, like something to do with mantra chanting, mantra siddhi, here Sun is putting a direct aspect on the fifth house with Venus, with Mars. Mars is also going to go here now, with Mercury. So with Moon also is going to be here. So everyone is putting aspect on the fifth house. So this solar eclipse is a time where you can do some very great mantra sadhana or mantra siddhi. So if you want to do anything, depending on what level, like someone does Saraswati Siddhi, someone does Mahalakshmi Siddhi, someone does Kubera Siddhi, someone does, like, lot of things are there. So depending on your need, you can, do that Siddhi. Very, very auspicious time. All the very solar eclipse is there. We don't want to get into that darkness, because sometimes in solar eclipse Rahu becomes too powerful. So we want to avoid any bad effects coming from Rahu, but overall great time for spiritual progress. Okay, so we don't want to get into new goal settings, something to do with new job, or some signatures during this period. When we are talking about pregnant ladies, I will make a complete video after this. The video that is coming is solar eclipse video, so we will also see that what not to do during the solar eclipse time. Okay, all the very best. Have a great week. See you next week with some more good news. For Taurus people, we will see that Moon is the lord of your third house and going to be entering into the seventh house. So there can be some kind of challenges when it comes to partnerships. Even with your spouse, even when it comes to communication, there can be some things which may be a little bit off right now, and you may feel over anxious during this period. When it comes to your own personality, your personality will be shining. Only in the partnership area, we will see a little bit of anxiety. When it comes to your determination, if you want to do something very new, if you want to get into some new activities, then it is an absolute wonderful and a beautiful period, so you should take this advantage of such kind of a great period. When we look even with the lens of Moon, it here it does not receive any kind of negative aspects. So in Kendra, it is still powerful, but when it comes to signing any new contracts between 10th and 13th, between 10th and 12th of February, you should avoid such things. So that is my suggestion. Moving forward, Moon will enter into the eighth house. When third house Lord goes to the eighth house, that means it is exactly sitting sixth from the third house, which means that sometimes because of your communication, because of short distance travel, there can be some disruptions, small level disruptions. So we want to be very careful. Secondly, we will see that in your workplace, if there is some pending things that is either you are supposed to hear something back from your manager, or either you want to speak something to your manager, or it can also be related to some research that you're doing which you are completing. This is the week that you will hear some great news about it, so that's positive. With Moon getting a direct aspect of Jupiter as well as the 10th aspect of Saturn, this becomes a point where sometimes your health problems which has been going on and on for a very long time comes to an end, and very positive for you. So overall, the placement of Moon in the eighth house is a matter of concern because it goes into Marana Karakasthana. That means your communication actually dies here. So you feel little bit of worrisome about how to express. Like you may hear something, but when it comes about you expressing, then this is a period where we will see some challenges. But overall, let's hope for the best. Now, learn astrology that starts from 14th of March 2026. We'll do 16 lessons every weekend. So, those who have joined, all the best. Welcome. Those who have not joined, immediately, because we are closing this, because we have enough people now. Very small group we are making so that I can address everyone's questions and answers very, very easily. All the very best. Now, here Sun will enter into Aquarius, and the energy related to eclipse is now going to be very active with Rahu here in the 10th house. It is the place where eclipse is happening in the axis of your 410, which is related to your career and which is related to home life. So I would suggest that this is not the period to change your career or like resign, put down papers, join a new job. Even joining a new job only between 15th and 20th, 15th to 18th, basically, if you see. Let the eclipse completely get done, and Moon move out of this place, because Moon will move here on 14th, on 15th, and then it will start taking degrees, and 16th and 17th will be eclipse, depending on which area or location you are into. But it eclipse is in the 10th house, career wise, status wise, power wise. We want to be very careful when it comes to power, when it comes to status. Those who are in powerful people may be extremely cautious, especially with Sadesati also. Those who are in Sadesati and Aquarius Moon already, people should be extra careful during this time. No big decisions related to either change of a job, I told you, either joining a new job, I told you, either if you go for an interview, etc. during this time, then you'll have to have special precautions. For that, the next video that I'm going to be uploading is related to the solar eclipse and what are the do's and don'ts for all the 12 ascendants. So please be with us, please subscribe so that you do not miss it. Overall, a okay, positive, nice week. But when it comes to this eclipse energy, Sun is going to be in stress. So if you're going to Sun Mahadasha Antardasha, especially when it comes to your home and family life, is where the maximum impact can come. So, and also on your mother, health of the mother could be at challenging situation. So be very careful as much as possible. Thank you. I will see you next week with some more insights, great news. All the very best. Let's move to the Gemini. So for Gemini ascendant people, so on February 10th, Moon will enter into the sign of Scorpio. This is the place where Moon gets into debilitation. So it will be a debilitated Moon. And in your sixth house is your workplace, your daily routines, as well as when we talk about this is house of enemies and health also. So we will be very, very cautious in these areas related to your health, related to that enemy problem, related to everything that is about your workplace. The workplace politics or emotional trouble in the workplace can happen during this time. So we will be absolutely careful about how we manage our, workplace colleagues or workplace routines. With moon in the sixth house, sometimes waterborne diseases, especially it relates to stomach, getting dehydration or overhydrated. And this is going to be, moon is in Krishna Paksh very fast. Like in the next 5 7 days it will enter into an eclipse also. So moon is completely into under stress, so your mind may not be in the right position. When it comes to those people who have applied for foreign travel or foreign settlement, this is a good news for them because their obstacles are going to go away. And because moon is putting an aspect on the 12th house, there is a great possibility that you will get some great prospects related to foreign countries. All the very best. One more important thing with here, with moon, with the sixth house, it is the lord of the second house and sitting in the sixth house. Those who have applied for any kind of debt, or those who are applying for debt, may feel that their application etc is taking some delays. So some delays can be expected only because of this debilitated moon. But as we enter into this beautiful moon, from 12th of February it will enter into the sign of Sagittarius, which is the seventh house for you. And here Jupiter is going to be aspecting this moon. It is going to be a direct aspect of Jupiter as well as the 10th aspect of Saturn, which is related to little bit of stress when it comes to, again, workplace, but great for partnerships. If you are expecting some good news from partnership, some positive results from, the partnership area, or we talk about more of signing contracts, etc., this is a good time, 12th of February till 16th of February. Okay, 16th, like actually till 15th of February, 16th to 20th you should not do anything because of a solar eclipse. As we see, with this moon, if there is any prospects related to marriage, if there is any prospects related to relationships, if there's prospect related to that someone is, you're talking to someone, you're trying to meet someone, then avoid 16th to 20th. Before that and after that, everything is very cool. So this is good, get good placement of moon, by the way. When second house lord goes to the seventh house, it's a maraka going to the seventh house. So health of some family members also has to be taken care. Sometimes in this situation, you may have to go or visit a hospital or clinic, either for your blood test, etc., or either for some family members' health. So that is something to be seen. Then Sun moves into the sign of Aquarius, which is such a great news for all the people. Sun is Lord of the third house, goes to the ninth house, and it's a great placement. So in this eclipse, when it is going to be complete solar eclipse, Sun does not get too affected in your chart because already ninth house is a very pious house. Rahu is in Marana Karakasthana here. That means Rahu is almost dead. So even with this eclipse, Sun is very powerful, so you don't have any issues. Those who are expecting any foreign travel, those who are expecting pilgrimage, very great time. In fact, this is the time to write something. If you want to manifest something, and especially with such high spiritual energy during the time of eclipse and the Mahashivratri also coming together, you should start writing. Like ninth house is the house of literature, writing. Third house is the house of communication, and exactly seventh is how you put your communication on a paper. So start writing and manifesting. If you want anything, just make a full page during the eclipse period, writing that I want this, I already have this, I want this, I already have this, I am already enjoying what I am supposed to get or what I have got. So in the future tense, right, that you already have what you are desiring, and you will see things manifesting in the right way. Since it is eclipse, we don't want to be too light as well, because it is going to affect your father sometimes, and sometimes education. Those who are in studies, those who are going to give some exams, you need to be extra careful because of the position of moon also and sun also. So just be a little bit careful. Otherwise, it's a nice positive week, so no issues at all. Only thing, with this sun, I'm going to be making, the next video is coming for eclipse, which is going to be helping you understand that what are the precautions, what are the do's and don'ts, what are the tithi of Mahashivratri as well. So it will be a combined video. So all the very best and stay tuned for that. There is one important news, and that is related to astrology. That is 14th of March. We are doing the 16 lesson classes, 2 hours each every weekend. So it is Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours, so 4 hours a week. So we will learn astrology over 16 classes. Okay. All the very best. See you on that other side. Here we go with Cancer. And when we talk about Cancer, moon is the Lagna lord and going, like starting, it is going into debilitation into the fifth house. While in this birth chart, when it's about Cancer, moon in this fifth house does not become a malefic, it is a benefic. But What happens is fifth house is the house of your love and romance. So moon becoming debilitated here can create some challenges around that love area, around the children and your affection, or sometimes, we call about emotional disturbance between you and your children, or you and your loved ones, like romantic partner. So somehow try to be as relaxed as you want. It is very temporary phase. Moon already is getting into an eclipse and is in Krishna Paksh right now. So moon is little bit stressed. It itself only it is stressed. So just relax. With this, no big investments related to speculation should be done, and try to avoid as much as big investments. But when it comes to social circle, when it comes to you performing, or going and meeting people in the social circle, then that's going to be a very lucky thing for you. So overall very powerful. When it comes to big group of friends or big group settings, you may be entering into a group setting, either a temple, either a place where you will be in a large group setting, where you can really make amazing output out of that. And fifth house is the house of mantra chanting. So start the mantra chanting now only, because an eclipse is on the way. And if you want to manifest some siddhis, some kind of powers from the universe, and that powerful night of eclipse, as well as powerful period of eclipse and that mahashivratri, then it is falling very even to each other. So all the very best, and do as much, depending on what mantra you want to do, either Ma Saraswati, either Mahalakshmi, either for your chart ishtadev is always Lord Kartikya. So think about it and move forward. Awesome period. With moon debilitation also, it is good for you, not bad for you. Stomach related problems, stomach pain. Like, see, my wife is cancer ascendant. Suddenly she went into a surgery of gallbladder, and her gallbladder was removed. So I was like going crazy, plus minus. But thing is, see, before moon came to the fifth house in debilitation, already she's on bed now with all the stitches around her stomach. Four places there are stitches. But yeah, that is how it acts sometimes. All the very best. Moving on, moon will enter into the sign of Sagittarius. That is the sixth house here. When Lagna Lord goes to the sixth house, it removes obstacles from your life. So it is not bad. It removes obstacles from your life. And while it is receiving aspect of Jupiter from the 12th house, there is possibility that some from foreign country, for foreign places, you can get some benefit. In fact, if health wise there is a problem going on, you will start recovering. With Saturn putting the 10th aspect here, if there is any judicial problems that you're going through, any court case, anything like that, then you will see judicial success as well. So that's a very great placement of moon, and in the sixth house. When it comes to workplace politics, you will see that everything is in your favor, and you are going to feel very happy. With moon in the sixth house only, again the problem comes near the lower abdomen area. You may get sometimes that UTIs, urine infections, or sometimes it can be problem related to bladder. See, I told you my wife gallbladder is out. And see, moon is just sometimes, and always remember, the planet does not give results that point of time. It gives you result little bit before, because the energy is already there. When it is supposed to reach Earth, or will reach or convert for us, it is a little bit like whatever I'm saying, just take it 1 2 day before. Beforehand only it will start happening for you, which I've realized a lot of times. So then there is one good news, and that good news is that Sun, the 12th house Lord, sorry, the second house Lord, will go into the 8th house. Now, why I'm saying good news? Because this is going to be an eclipse period, but this is a great period of transformation for you. With this eclipse, I know eclipse is challenging. Sun is going to be in challenge in the 8th house. It's all good. Sun is your soul, but it is a very temporary and it's a very regular eclipse. It's not like something that it is creating some yoga. The beauty of this eclipse is the falling with Mahashivratri. Mahashivratri, and this time is the time of sadhana, getting some kind of rituals done, getting some kind of power. If you want some power, some siddhis, some manifestation, or if you want to do some penance related to mantra chanting, etc., then this becomes one of the best period for you. After 13th of February, you should start doing lot of chantings of in your chart. I always say that it is related to Lord Murugan, that is Skanda, that is, we can say, Kartikya Dev. But depending on if your guru has given you some guru mantra, then please do it, because you may be able to benefit such great things during this eclipse. With Sun moving to the 8th house, on an overall level, if there are money related problems, especially related to inheritance, especially related to some shared resources, some partnership money stuck, you will see everything loosening up, and you are going to get some great benefits during this week. And this then month continues with Sun being in the 8th house. So all the very best. With Sun in the 8th house, sometimes you may have a little bit of challenges when it comes to digestion, or when it comes to excretion. So in that, bowel movements can have a little bit of effect on you. But overall, a great week as well as great things aligning. So no worries about solar eclipse. I'm going to be making a video just after this about solar eclipse. What are the do's and don'ts, especially for pregnant ladies, older women, older men, women, and seniors, and we can say very junior, like very newborn, like 1 year and below infants. So I will make a video and give you clear example ideas about how to be protected. All the very best. See you next week and do stay with us. Thank you. Moving on to the Leo sign and Leo ascendant rising, we will see that eclipse is on, but with moon placement in the fourth house, moon gets into debilitation in the place where it gets directional strength. Even in debilitation, moon is going to be very positive for you. Some things related to some expenses related to family, home, mother, sometimes related to your your structure of the house. You're doing some kind of changes, renovation is possible. Sometimes in the vehicle area, you are spending some money related to vehicle, either buying a new thing. Only remember that this is an eclipse month. So from 16th till 20th, you should not buy anything new. And then next month, 1st till 3rd, you should not do anything new. After 4th of March, which is my birthday, you do everything you want to, because it will be very auspicious then. With moon in the fourth house, it will aspect with an exalted aspect on your 10th house, which means that career wise, this is an absolute wonderful and amazing week. So, super for you career wise. Those who are trying to look for a new job, those who are trying to change a job, then your prospects are opening and things will be in very great position. With moon being the lord of the 12th house, fourth house, it also says that some travel related plans can happen this week, which will be for later, but it can happen this week. So, all the very best. With moon entering into Sagittarius, it is the fifth house, what a benefic place. With 12th house lord going to the fifth house, sometimes from foreign places, from different places, you get some speculative gain. So speculative gain is seen. With Jupiter aspecting moon from the 11th house and Saturn aspecting moon from the 8th house, there is a possibility of sudden gains. And because of the disciplinary role that you're playing, because you are doing so after Saturn has come to the 8th house, you must have seen that your sudden discipline has changed. You are becoming more responsible in the workplace. When it comes to money, when it comes to speculation, you are trying to be very safe, which is very good news. Now moon is supposed to benefit here during this time. Fifth house is a very auspicious house, and also the place that is related to Mahalakshmi's energy. So some wealth relief is seen during this week, and coming on, it's going to be very good. Now comes the announcement about 14th of March 2026, where we are doing astrology for beginners. So you can join if you don't know astrology too much, or if you even know everything, then you can join and start from the foundational course of this beautiful subject. So all the very best. And then Sun enters into Aquarius into the seventh house. Now, absolutely careful about your partnerships, your relationships, your spouse. This energy is very heavy during this time. We will also expect at this point of time, with Sun and Rahu coming together, that those who are getting into new partnerships, those who are getting into new engagement, love affairs, some disruption may happen. So be very careful. With the health of the spouse, also, you need to be very careful. See, if I'm talking about displacement, my spouse went into a surgery. She's now on bed completely with her all stomach stitched up because of gallbladder removal. Suddenly it happened because it was bursting, and I don't know what happened, emergency. Now, this is the kind of placement, see, which was supposed to go into the seventh house. Already the spouse went into such kind of health problems. So this is exactly how astrology works. Whatever is supposed to happen, it happens in dasha sandhi. That means before the planets come and take action, they prepare the ground for themselves. So that is the period. But you need to be extra careful when it comes to relationships, signing new contracts, because it is eclipse energy also, right? So we cannot ignore this energy. With eclipse energy in the seventh and the first house, you may expect some surge of anger, some surge of, because Ketu is there in the first house and everyone is going to aspect Ketu. So in that case, Ketu becomes very anxious. It has to perform. You just see, imagine it is on a stage and everyone is looking at him and you have to perform during this time. And Ketu is, that's why in the master class, which I'm going to take on 22nd of February, that's what I'm discussing, that what kind of nature is of Ketu. Ketu is very fierce, huh? Rahu is still manageable. Ketu cannot be managed so easily. That's why be as careful when it comes to partnership dealings during this time. Signing of contracts between 16th and 20th should not be done. For that, I'm making a solar eclipse video, which will give you more and more clarity. So all the very best. And see you next week with some good and positive news. So all the very best. Now moving to the sign of Virgo. We will enter into the moon is entering into Scorpio, into the third house for you, and third house is the house of communication, and where it is become debilitated. This time requires you to take some advice from your gurus and your teachers and your mentors and your father to commit something to someone. If you are committing something, either a new job, either a new, you have to get into mentor guidance. Otherwise, it will be a problem. Third house moon in debilitation can also create challenges related to short distance travel and emotional battle between siblings. Also, at sometimes, even with friends, with regular friends and with in your neighborhood, you may feel a little bit uncomfortable. With moon here in the third house in debilitation, you can also expect. See, what has happened here is that 11th house lord has gone debilitated in the third house. Those who are working on social media, those who are working on marketing, sales, they may feel a little bit out of place during this week. So sorry for that, but do chant the the Shiva mantra, which will help you. Moon will enter into Sagittarius, receiving in the Kendra, receiving a direct aspect of Jupiter, making a Gaj Kesari, and on top of that, receiving an aspect of Saturn also. So this period is the period where you have to show more discipline in your home environment, in your home related activities. If there is any construction going on, if there is any new plans related to some kind of changes, then this is the period that demands more and more what you say attention to home. Those who are working from home will have a very great time. Sometimes with this moon Saturn is aspecting, you will be in tremendous pressure, workplace pressure. And also if you're in a partnership business, you may see that pressure also coming on your head. With Jupiter aspecting this moon, this is positive as lot of expansion related to your home values as well as your health of your mother. Everything becomes very good. Now, one more good news is related to 14th of March 2026. Very soon, it is only 1 month, so the classes you can join immediately, start learning. So all the very best. 16 classes, 2 hours each. So 16 into 2 is 36 or 40 hours ki kareeb, like something classes. Every Saturday, Sunday, we'll be doing 2 hours, 2 hours. So all the best. It's a very important, like those who know astrology also can learn. Those who don't know anything, this is best for them because I'm starting from the foundational messages from astrology. So you will learn some great things. Sun is entering into the sign of Aquarius into the sixth house. Now, look at Sun here. Sun is the 12th house lord going to the sixth house, makes a Viprit Raj Yog. In such situations, sometimes it can create some challenges for you. And what are the challenges? Challenges are going to be health related challenges, judicial problems, taxation, judicial, hidden enemies trying to trouble you. In this eclipse period, Rahu is overpowering the energy of Sun because Sun is already making a Viprit Rajug, and Rahu is extremely powerful in a Dushtana, that is the sixth house. So be very careful about committing or doing any kind of politics around other people at your workplace, or even to become a victim in politics in your workplace. There is a possibility. You will also see during this period, if any court case, etc., is going on from a past, you will see some progress, but things, if there are final dates here related to some court event, it may not be in your favor because of this eclipse. Between 16th and 20th, if there is a date, then it will be very challenging for you. With Sun coming to the sixth house, 12th house, there is some relief. Those people who want to go to a foreign country, there is possibility that some kind of visa or some arrangement related to going to foreign country will happen, and you will feel happy in that place. Health wise, you may get into some kind of medical checkup in the next 1 month, or maybe some blood test, or maybe some suddenly you will find that there is some health problem going on and you may panic and you may want to get it tested. Or even for your family members, especially related to your distant family members, like someone who is in your family but distant, you may have to visit their hospitals or clinics for them also. So this is the kind of placement that is happening this week for you. But overall, the moon placement are very good, so don't worry, things are very nice. Eclipse video is coming after this, so which will give you clear idea about what and what not to do during eclipse period. Those who are pregnant, those who are trying for children, those who are older, those who are children, I will make everything possible for you so that you get a clear idea how to react during this period. All the very best. Thank you so much. I will see you next week with some more good news. But till then, you stay with us and join the course if you want to. Thank you. Libra, for Libra rising, we will see that again. If I don't say this, then you will message below that you did not say. But Libra is the best in the world. Huh? Now, with this Libra, Moon will enter into Scorpio, which is the second house for you, house of money, and it is getting debilitated here. If you see very closely in your birth chart, Moon actually rules the 10th house for you, and going to the second house means sometimes losses when it and debilitation, losses when it comes to money, losses when it comes to speculative gains, losses when it comes to sometimes from salary, sometimes from your workplace also you have some little bit of losses kind of an area. Decision, sometimes your speech is not apt and you at the wrong time at the wrong place you speak something which can act against you. So very careful when it comes to speaking. Don't try to take emotional advantage of anyone. Don't try to emotionally portray your problems. Other people may think weak. Rather than you achieving sympathy, you will achieve the wrath of these people. So don't try to act smart this week. With the moon in the second house, big investment should be avoided. But if it is related to property or inheritance related stuff, then it is supposed to be done. So if that is the area, then you should. Good for research. This is the time that more whatever you speak or whatever you commit or whatever you say that okay, this is how it is. You need to be more careful about your research first, and then you will be able to do it in the right manner. So research is important this week. With moon entering into Sagittarius, the energy will ease down and you will see that great communication, sometimes short distance travel related to work. With Jupiter aspecting moon directly, the seventh aspect, a proper Gaj Kesari Yog kind of formation is happening, which may give moon more strength, but it also receives the 10th aspect of Saturn, which can create a little bit of bonding in the moon area. Like little bit of moon can become stiff. So when it comes to commitment, etc., you may not be in the right space to commit yes or no. So you may still be confused because of that Saturn's 10th aspect. It makes a Visha Yoga. Since it is the third house and Upchaya house, you will be able to progress by doing lot of what you say improvements. So good news for you. One thing that we see with moon entering into Sagittarius here in the third house is that with your siblings, some emotional talks or emotional bonding will help you further. And if you even sometimes younger siblings can help you with some great insights related to your life. So all the very best. Now, good news is that 14th of March 2026, we are doing astrology, learn astrology, the class. I hope that you have joined. I don't even know how many people are there, but join ASAP because my team told me, sir, we will close this, and next week we will the last, then we will close it. So I'm like, okay. So all the best, those who have joined, those who are joining, thank you. Now move forward with Sun entering into Aquarius. This is the place where Sun is going into the fifth house. And here, if you look at Sun, it is the 11th house lord in the fifth house, exactly opposite, and also will be entering into eclipse and conjunction with Rahu, which is a cause of concern. Don't invest a very big chunk in your speculative gains. You may have seen some losses or losses can come. So try to be as calm in the what you say in the speculative area. If you want to invest at short, like those people who invest at things going up and people invest in going down. So I don't know what it is called, but it said we are short, doing the market short. So that kind of area you should invest, which will be good for you. With this sun entering here, it is also the fifth house related to children. So eclipse is happening in that area. Those who are trying for progeny, those who are pregnant, extra careful. Those who are thinking of going to foreign country or some new education courses they're applying for, extra careful. So some things are taken care related to the fifth house activities. But when it comes to good news is that gains will come as soon as the eclipse ends. You will see that after 4th of March, a lot of gains will start coming to you. It's my birthday also, so you have to have gains on my birthday, that is for sure. So after 4th of March, when the lunar eclipse is also end, because it's going to be complete lunar eclipse, so you will start seeing great prospects in your life. With Rahu in the with Ketu in the 11th house, you may be very careful about your social circle, because at certain times you may feel a little bit overwhelmed in your in your social setting. You may feel that lot of people, lot of sacrifice you have to do in that area. So hopefully things are very good. Just be careful, careful, careful. That's what I will say. Make sure that you are not taking very big risks during this period, and all the very best. I will see you next week with some more and more positive good news. With the time that solar eclipse is happening. I'm making a video on this. It is coming next. So do watch it because it will give you clear idea about what not to do during solar eclipse. And this is the place of mantra siddhi. So you can do some great penance and siddhi during this period, which can be, manifestation, which can stay with you forever. And especially this is the fifth house related to Mahalakshmi. So if you do Mahalakshmi, the Kamala mantra, that Om Shrim Rim Shrim Kamale Kamalale Prasida Prasida Om Shrim Rim Shrim Mahalakshmi Namaha. It is going to be absolutely, we can say Siddhi can happen during this time, because Mahashivratri is also happening on top of that. Eclipse is also that. So it's a very crazy combination. I will make a video about this and put it. So be with us and stay tuned. Okay, all the very best. Now, thank you, and moving on to the Scorpio ascendant. We will see that Moon will enter into the ascendant only on 10th of February. From 10 till 12th, it will be in the Lagna and it will be debilitated. Debilitated moon in the Lagna, and especially it is the ninth house lord, which is a very important placement. In the first house, it does not give you that bad results, but because it is debilitated, it has very weak power. So sometimes this is a time of emotional turmoil. You're not emotionally at peace. You will have to take help of your partner, or your, someone, that either your life partner, either your business partner, either your friends, someone who is in current association with you, because from there only you will be able to get strength. This placement is not to do any kind of surgeries related to your, beauty surgeries related to botox, related to some kind of something related to beauty should be avoided during this time. And when we also talk about more and more more and more things related to um, personal life, like we can say that, where we are supposed to be talking on an important topic in the workplace, or either with our gurus, with our teachers, with our mentor, with our bosses also, we want to avoid this week. Absolutely avoid this week. When it comes to making very big decisions related to travel, then also you should avoid between 10th and 12th of February. Moon will enter into the sign of Sagittarius, then into the second house, and this is the place where you will see that Moon receives an aspect of Jupiter. So, great news for all the financial gains. If there is any financially stuck things, either related to you getting debt, either you able to repay your debt, either it is coming from investments, either new opportunities related to money, you will see that happening in your life, and things are going to be in very, very positive state here. With one more with one thing here which I want to put it in the right space, is that if there is any problem that is happening related to your dental issues, like your mouth, your, because Saturn is putting the 10th aspect here, and Saturn actually rules the teeth. The animal of the teeth is ruled by Saturn. So if any problem related to dentist is coming, you will see that it also being solved. With Jupiter aspecting this moon, there is a lot of progress when it comes to wealth, as well as your family happiness. So this is good time between 12th and between 13th, sorry, between 12th and between 14th of February. It is very, very great. Then Sun will enter into the sign of Aquarius. And while Sun enters into the Aquarius, the eclipse energy will be at peak, and it will begin very, very powerful way. Now, understand one thing important. Fourth house is the house that is related to your inner peace and happiness. It is also the house that is related to your mother. So, health of the mother is at utmost, you know, consideration at the moment. You may see that your mother may fall sick, and sometimes may require your assistant as well. Sometimes in this period, when Sun comes here, which is also the lord of the 10th house, you may have to take a little bit of time off from work. If you are making any big decisions related to your work, like signing any big contracts or stuff like that, or even purchasing of a house, moving in a new house, or anything to do with more of buying of a vehicle or purchasing of a vehicle, then the most important dates are 16th to 20th. You should avoid any purchase or anything to do auspicious during this time. And 1st till 3rd of March, you should not do anything. And 4th of March, when it is my birthday, do everything. Everything is very sorted at that point of time. So just be very careful making some very big changes in your home, like starting some new painting work, starting some new construction. Even for vehicles, try to be driving as careful as you want. With Sun putting the aspect on the 10th house, that aspect has directional strength. So that means in the workplace, even in such difficult situation, you will find a nice direction, a new direction. And those who are looking for a new job, new prospects related to getting some higher positions, getting power, you will see that manifesting during this month, and till next month of till March of 15th. Also, when sun is coming here, moon is also going to be aligned. It's going to be an amavasya also. It's also going to be there, Mahashivratri. For that, I'm going to be making a video very soon and putting it related to Mahashivratri, related to your what you say, related to Mahashivratri, related to the eclipse also together, so that great time for manifesting, doing some sadhana. That the spiritual energy during Mahashivratri is so good, because the whole solar system is aligned with the energy of your body, and that energy which was created by Lord Shiva only. And because of that Shivratri, that union between Ma Parvati and Shiva, this means that your union, your soul's union with the universal energy happens on that night. So it's going to be a very powerful night. So I will explain you what are the rituals that you can do according to your ascendant and according to your chart. All the very best. Have a great, beautiful week. I will see you next week with some more insights, more good news. Till then, just stay tuned and keep following, keep writing. Comment below. Let me know how do you feel, what is happening, what is around the eclipse energy that you want to know, so that I can get more insights to tell when I'm making the video. Thank you. 16th of 14th of March, we are doing astrology classes, starting it for 8 weeks. So everyone is very much welcome. So please come on and let's rock this learning curve. All the best. Bye bye. Sagittarius rising, we will see that when we talk about your sign, moon is entering into the 12th house and going to be into a debilitated state. Here, moon also makes a Viprit Rajyog. It is challenging when it comes to some expenses, and sometimes expenses can come suddenly, either for your family, either for some property, either related to partnerships, either related to medical reasons, because moon is also putting an exalted aspect on the 6th house. When, see, if you see here, moon is making all the combinations of 6, 8, and 12, which is not great. If you see, right, just see, moon is the lord of the 8th house in the 12th house, aspecting the 6th house. So there is a complete triangle here, which means that health wise, we need to be absolutely careful. When it comes to debt, when it comes to loans, you will find some nice monetary financial relief, which will help you pay off some of your debts. So, which is good. But when it comes to health, again, I'm telling you, underlying conditions, especially related to waterborne diseases, is important. Jaundice, typhoid, any water, dehydration, getting sunburns, all these things can happen. So, try to be as calm as you can. With moon in the 12th house, if you're doing any travel, try to keep your options very flexible, because it is debilitated in the 12th house. That means it can suddenly create some challenges in the travel time. So try to keep your, what you say, tickets very, very open, very, very flexible. With the moon entering into the, what you say, Lagna, that is the Sagittarius sign, here it is very positive, because here, my Alexa, please stop. Sorry, ma. If I say something, Alexa gets up. Now, with the moon in the Lagna, here it is aspected by Jupiter, which is a very powerful aspect, Kendra to Kendra aspect, which creates a Gajkesari Yoga, but also it receives an aspect of Saturn. This means that this is more of a time of discipline. You will see that the more discipline, the more, what you say, task oriented you are, that okay, if you want to complete this task, let's go task wise, you will be more successful. If you take emotional decisions, it's not going to be better for you. Expansion is there, your personality, your charisma, your attitude will be very great this week. In fact, with moon being the 8th house lord in the Lagna, it is exactly 6th from the 8th house, which means some area of work related to partnership, related to shared resources, related to in-laws are also seen to happen during this week, which will bring you much peace and happiness. If there is obstacles related to some property related items, then you will find success during this week. So all the very best. Now, with Sun entering into the third house, this is the time when eclipse energy has begun. Sun is in Aquarius, and Aquarius, it is a sign of Rahu. Rahu is very dominant. This is an Upchaya house. While Sun is a Parakrami planet, it becomes strong in the third house, but Rahu takes over here. Rahu is more powerful. So Sun will have to move according to the Rahu's, ambition, ability, wishes. I would request that not a great time for big communication. If you are doing some hurtful things around, we can say, around government, or any government related challenges can come during this time. There is possibility if you applied for visa, etc. It may either delay or there may be rejection kind of things that you may see. With third house, short distance travel should be very, very much, what you say, very much measured and done. Like you will have to be flexible. I told you, with moon in the 12th house also, now with sun in the third house also, it can cause some disruptions in travel. Your communication wise, you do not want to see what is sun is the ninth house lord, right? And ninth house lord is in the third house, and ninth house is the house of publishing, and third house is the house of initiation of communication. So the new initiations of communication related to contracts, etc., or something should not be done. If it is even done, then the role of mentor, a teacher, or guru becomes much more powerful for you to take the right decisions. So please be very careful. With sun in the third house, it is a house of parakrama. So after this eclipse, sun is going to be in power and will make lot of your work which was pending, either related to some documents, either related to some contract signing, will start happening. But between 16th and 20th of this month and 1st and 3rd of next month, you should avoid big decisions because of the eclipse energy too close. The lunar eclipse happens next month, in the beginning of the month, March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd actually. And 4th onwards, you will be very happy because it's my birthday. So you will be celebrating my birthday, as well as you will make sure that you can take now any decisions after 4th of March. So, all the very best. I hope that you got a little bit of clarity about what I'm trying to say. Do comment below, let me know. I am making a solar eclipse video, what you want to know in that. And I will give you all the precautions that you're supposed to do during that time. So, stay tuned for it. All the best. And 14th of March, we are doing the astrology classes. I hope that you have joined. This is for people who do not even know many things, or even they know many things. It is going to go into advanced stage as well in this medical astrology, Bhavat Bhavam. We will understand the nakshatras, 27 nakshatras, and the objective of the nakshatras, the placement of planets in those nakshatras. So very, very comprehensive way I have designed it. All the very best. Thank you. Capricorn. Now, when we talk about Capricorn here, 11th house is where moon is going to be getting debilitated. 11th house is the house of your social circle. While moon is debilitated here, there is no big problem, because see, moon is the lord of the 7th house in the 11th house. In fact, you will see that new partnerships or etc. should be avoided during this time, but gains are specially coming, and speculative sudden gains are coming, because moon is putting that fifth aspect, or sorry, seventh aspect on the fifth house, which is going to be giving you so much gains, happiness, creativity. Everything will be in abundance. Only thing, when it comes out very big social circle, try to do a fact check. Sometimes we may do a little bit of plus minus when we say something in a social environment, which can create a little bit of embarrassing moments for us. But great time to bond with children, great time for speculative gains, great time for travel also. Like if you want to travel also during this time with your spouse, a very great time. If you and your spouse get into or want to get into a partnership, then this is a right week for you. But I would suggest, because of the eclipse energy, if that can be done after 4th of March, which is my birthday, that is going to be much more better for you. With moon entering into the 12th house, we will see 7th house lord in the 12th house. So partnership wise, we want to be careful, especially related to the health of our partner. We may see some plus minus health related problems there. For your health also, because it is going to the 12th house and aspecting the 6th house, there may be challenges related to health. Jupiter is aspecting, but Jupiter gives expansion, so it does not understand that energy related to 12th house means expenses can be coming on your head, which will be a challenging thing for you. With Jupiter, even with the Saturn also aspecting moon in the 12th house, you need to be very careful about how you want to put your money, like where you are putting your money, how you're putting your effort. Sometimes putting effort in the wrong places can be a very, very challenging and waste. And that's why Saturn, whenever it makes a combination with moon, you want to be more careful about where you are putting effort. Let's put effort in the right manner in this situation, because moon is the lord of the 7th house. So put effort into partnership, put effort into your spouse, put effort into new contracts. You will be feeling much, much awesome during this time. All the very best. Then sun enters into Aquarius. Before that, 14th of March 2026 is when we will start the astrology classes, the 16 classes. So it is very comprehensive, starting from zero. I will take you to the very high level, and after this you'll be able to read your charts and then understand other people's chart also. So all the very best those who are joining, and welcome. Now here, Sun will enter into Aquarius into the second house, and second house is the house of wealth here, which is good because Rahu is a material planet. So wealth wise, you are going to do superb during this time. Only because second house is related to speech. So speech wise, we want to be careful. We don't want to be arrogant. We don't want to be angry because Sun can create some that anger. Because Mars is also going to come here. So don't be happy yet. Mars is also coming here. So we want to be very careful when it comes about speech. With second house Sun, you get some gains from your father also, and happiness when it comes to your money, monetary. On the eclipse period, that is between 16th and between 20th, that solar eclipse time when it is very heavy, that time do not get into new investment roles or some investment, because that may create some long term problems for you. So we don't want to get into new investments. But if money is coming, just let it stay there in your bank account. That is going to be much more useful to you rather than spending it. Okay, all the very best. I hope that you got a little bit of clarity about what I'm trying to say in your weekly horoscope. Do comment below, let me know, because the next video that I'm going to be making is on solar eclipse. So I want to know that if there is any specific thing that you want to know about the solar eclipse, any remedial measures related to that. I am going to be putting remedial measures because this time solar eclipse and Mahashivratri are very, very close to each other. And this means that during this time, if you do mantra chanting, like especially from your, like by speaking, you are going to manifest some great things, like amazing things. And that's what I want to put it out in the solar eclipse video. Okay, all the very best. Thank you. Have a great time, great week. All the very best. See you next week with some great news. Bye bye. Aquarius rising or Aquarius. When we talk about Aquarius here, you will see that Moon enters into the 10th house of your career and becomes debilitated here. While you will get a lot of support from your home and family members and your mother and your, if you're working from home, it's a very good thing. But if you're in office situation, office setting, then this is a period where you can expect a little bit of anxiety, because 6th house Lord has gone to the 10th house and got debilitated, which means the workplace Lord is in the occupation area and got debilitated. So you in the workplace, you may not feel that comfortable, or emotionally it may be a little bit of disturbing kind of a situation which we see. But with Moon in the 10th house aspecting the fourth house, which is an exalted aspect of Moon, you will see that lot of support from your family you will get, which will let you overcome all the problems in your career. If you are in business, I would suggest not to make any big decisions related to hiring, firing, or even if you're in a job in this period emotionally, if there is any humiliation, any kind of challenges that come, we don't want to come into that rage that I will quit, I don't care. Try to be calm and patient, because this is the eclipse time. We don't want to take very big decisions here. Okay, this is my suggestion. When Moon is in the 10th house, you will also see that sometimes, if you're given interview from some job, you may find some rejection. Don't get emotional over it. Just okay. Things better than that are going to come to you. So you should be very motivated. With Moon going to the 11th house, this is where Moon is at ease, because Moon now here gets an aspect of Jupiter as well as aspect of Saturn. So that means if you have any events during this period between 12th and between 14th, try to be as punctual as you can, because sometimes that can be very judgmental by other people. If you're doing any speech, any presentation, it will be a lot of growth that you will see in that area. You will also see during this period that socially things are moving faster than you expected. Love life related things can also happen. When it comes to health problems that have been happening for a very long time, you will start seeing relief in those areas also. So overall, the placement of Moon in the 11th house is a very great placement, and especially 6th house Lord going 6th from itself removes obstacles from your life, removes judicial problems from your life, gives you social name and fame. And with 11th house placement and aspected by Jupiter, Gaj Kesri Yog, you are going to get gains from speculative investment also, sudden gains through a network, through networking also. So all the very best. It's a very, very positive week so far. 14th of March 2026, we are learning astrology for beginners, and it is like a comprehensive course from 0000 till Zuk to all the nakshatras. 27 nakshatras also I'm teaching here. So all the very best. Whatever knowledge I have, I will be able to put it to you, and you can use it for the greater good of humanity. So all the very best. Here we move with Sun. Sun is entering into the sign of Aquarius, that is Lagna. So Lagna has an eclipse. That means eclipse is going around every aspect of your life. In this period, in this time, you have to be careful about your relationships. You have to be careful about your health. You have to be careful about your investments, about your wealth, about your longevity. Every aspect of life is into deep focus. This is a very transformative period sometimes, because what happens is that Rahu and Ketu during this eclipse period are too powerful. And because Rahu owns this place, and it is after 18 years that it is making an eclipse in the sign of Aquarius. So it's a very big deal, because it is own sign. It becomes very happy. So in your home, own house, you become so powerful that king comes and you don't respect the king. That's exactly the situation that is happening. So we want to be stay put from any kind of stupid things that we do, like drink and drive, like do anything, any trouble that we take from the government, any trouble that we invite into our life without any reason. We want to be careful in those areas, because every aspect of your life is under an eclipse. If you want to quit a job, don't do it. If you want to join a job, it has to be done with some kind of procedure, like some kind of, we can say, some ritual. Secondly, those who are pregnant, etc., they also need to be very careful. Sun in the first house, overall being the lord of the seventh house in the first house, looks at the seventh house, and you may get some help from a partner. You may get help from a spiritual person, because Ketu is sitting there at the moment. But still, this eclipse period between 16th and 20th, very careful about not doing starting new things. I am going to be making very soon after this the video on eclipse and what are the do's and don'ts during this time. And also we will understand how to go about the rituals during Mahashivratri, because this Mahashivratri is going to be so excellent, where the energy is going to be so great for you that you can do siddhis. That means mantra chanting, some kind of penance, some kind of mantra chanting for a repeated time of period of time, so that you get that knowledge. So very good. In fact, I want to tell you a small story. Again, Aquarius and Sun story came to my mind. It is related to King Solomon. I am very much into the biblical research as well, because I love Bible. I love Jesus. I love Krishna also, but I love Jesus also. But when it comes to King Solomon, he did a lot of prayer. He was doing meditation, and then God appeared before him. God said him, "Tell me, what do you want? I will make you the king of the seven kingdoms. I will give you this. I will give you that. You want jewels? I will give you e- the weight of earth, equivalent of gold. What do you want? Tell me." You know what King Solomon said? King Solomon said, "I want wisdom. I want knowledge." This was the boon. And God said, "Why you want knowledge and wisdom? I'm giving you everything." He said, "With the knowledge and wisdom, then everything else is of no use." So somehow during this time, this eclipse period, if you ask for more of knowledge and wisdom and great opportunities to serve humanity, you will see that automatically good things will start coming to you. That is what we'll discuss in the solar eclipse video. Okay. All the very best. Thank you. Have a great, beautiful week. See you next week with some more positive insights. And be careful because of the eclipse. And all the very best. Don't get scared. There is nothing to be get scared about. It is a yearly event. Every time it happens. It's not like the world ends in eclipse. So it's okay. Chill. But still, when if we can avoid some good things, like very good things, auspicious thing between 16th. So sun is the soul, right? Soul is under darkness. So we don't want to do something without our conscious being very active. That's why auspicious things are not done during an eclipse. All the best. See you next week. Bye bye. Pisces. For Pisces, we will see that Moon is going to the ninth house, the ninth house of your higher learning, highs of teaching, gurus, mentors, bosses. We will see that here it is getting debilitated. So some emotional encounter with your bosses, with your teachers can happen during this period, which may not be in your favor. Sometimes it may be related to a warning or stuff like that can happen in your life, in your workplace. So try to be as careful as you can. While Moon here is the fifth house lord, which is good because it has gone to the ninth house. Sometimes higher education, if you're doing in a foreign country, you may feel a little bit of under the weather, under emotional pattern. You may feel lonely, depressed. That is a general thing happening when moon is debilitated. So don't worry, it is just 2 days event. So things will be back to normal. Even that love affair, etc., you may find sometimes too much of pressure from that area, because fifth house lord is in the ninth house. Your romantic partner or your children might be acting as tough teachers for you. So just relax, don't panic, don't get out of control. With moon here, and especially in the ninth house, you will see that in debilitation, not a very great time for travel. Only travel related to pilgrimage will be good for you. If you're going through a church, a mosque, a temple, then it's good. Otherwise, for leisure, this is not a good time of travel. When we go into the 10th house, moon is now going to be in a very powerful state. First of all, it is receiving the 10th aspect of Saturn, which means your mind will become too disciplined during this time. We are very happy. And Jupiter looking here, it's going to expand something to do with your business, your work, and suddenly your attitude towards your work will change in a very better manner. You're going to be more responsible, more growth oriented, and you may shine. If your boss has given you warning in the beginning of the week, in mid of the week you must have completely surpassed his thoughts or his hopes, that you must have gone now next level to achieve greatness. That's the power of your moon going into the 10th house. It becomes very creative, very powerful when it comes to speculation. Some ideas come to your mind which changes the environment around you. So very beautiful time. With this moon in the ninth house, sorry, in the 10th house, you will also see that moon is putting an aspect on the fourth house, which is where it gets digabala, which means that directional strength. So in the home and the emotional area related to family matters, you will get the right direction and you'll be able to take good decisions around your family and your mother, and even something to do with real estate, construction, shifting. You will get the right energy. So all the very best. With sun making a movement and now going into the sign of Aquarius in the 12th house, it's an emotional time for you and a very, very spiritual time for you. It's a time of, actually, you will feel that I want to just be all alone. I don't want to be with anyone. Sun here makes a Viprit Rajyog because the 6th house Lord is in the 12th house, which creates more and powerful opportunities for you related to your how we can say, related to spiritual awakening. And this sun is going to go into an eclipse on 17th of February, so 16th and 17th, depending on which time zone you are in. And what happens in that period is that it's great time for getting some kind of siddhi, that is getting some kind of doing some kind of penance and then manifesting God's existence, like manifesting that energy. During eclipse there is a certain planetary combination between the universe and us, which actually aligns with that high spiritual energy. And during the eclipse, it is important for you to pray to the sun god, give more power and strength to sun, because given energy now, when sun returns it back, it's going to be tenfold. So very nice. Also, fifth house lord, that is moon, is going to the 12th house, and when an amavasya happens and the eclipse happens, at that point of time mahashivratri is also falling. So you will see that not only eclipse but mahashivratri is going to make that more pleasant. Now, with 12th house sun, health wise, we need to be very careful of any health problems, any chest pain, any acidity feeling should not be ignored. And you should go to a doctor, see a doctor, try to get into, some medicines, etc. That is important. Secondly, you should also see that if any relatives, even related to your father, mother, if they're not feeling well, then it's not an ignorant. You do not ignore during this time. You need to be absolutely motivated to also help them go to doctor, medicine, this, that. So that is important. Expenses will be on the higher side. It can be related to government documents, it can be related to court cases, it can be related to police, or something to do with expenses on overall level will be very high during this period. In fact, sometimes expenses related to your kids also come during this time. So there is a lot of things to see. Overall, good week. Next week is going to be a little bit intense because of the eclipse, but still, in eclipse, whenever there is darkness, it is just a message that light always wins darkness. So that is good news. We will be making a video related to eclipse and it will give you more and more idea. So stay tuned. All the best. Thank you for watching. And this good news of 14th of March 2026 is when we are doing astrology for beginners, the new course. So you can join here and feel happy, learn with me, enjoy your life. All the best. Thank you. Have a great time. I will see you in the solar eclipse video very soon. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.